Hi guys, welcome back to another video. Now this is my nail tutorial. I hope you guys like it. So I'm going in with the white first of all, and this is going to go on my finger, the first one. And then because the white is so shiny, you can just see my nail. Like the pigment of the colour is not that showable until you use about like 4 coats. So I'm slowly going to move on to the next finger, and then more seems to come out now on this one. In the video I will be ending up moving my hand over and pressing something else because there is another device around. So I'm going in with the red colour. Now this red is very pigmented. It smells really funny. It doesn't have a nice smell. But there is so much on the applicator that I don't have to double dip. I can just use that bit. So that's the thumb done, just making sure that everything is done. Then I'm going to move on to the next finger. I didn't have to double dip with that one because the red is so pigmented. You can just like leave it with the one coat, but if it's up to you whether you want to double dip and add another coat onto the red just to make it a bit more pigmented. I'm just making sure that I have everything all covered. The nail is covered with the polish. I'm then moving on to the little finger, and I think I've messed up here because there was a little bit too much. But then I end up moving my finger over a little so then I can see what I'm doing, and I can see that I can see that I am covering every single inch of my nail. Then I move on to my next hand, and then the red is going on my little finger, but I am covering it up. Then I will move my hand out of the way so you guys can actually see. So I am covering the nail with the nail polish, and then I move on to the middle finger. As I said already, I don't have to double dip because there's so much on the applicator itself. So much polish on the applicator. If you guys want to see more nail tutorials, please put in the comments down below. Also put in the comments down below what colours you want me to do next. And then I will slowly be moving on to my thumb, but first of all I have to go to the next device that's on there just to sort it out a little. So that's what I'm doing now. Then I move my hand over so I can dip into the white, and I am making sure that my whole entire nail is covered. I know you probably can't see me right now, but I ended up like splashing a little bit onto the chair that I'm using, and it did get a little bit messy. Then I move on to the next finger. I know my hands, they are very clean, but they look very yellow on camera. So I'm on to the next finger, and I'm making sure that everything's all covered like I keep on saying. But if you guys want to see like more colours, like rainbow colours, just let me know. Then I move on to the very last finger, and I make sure that that's all covered as well. Then I decide that it doesn't look good, so I decided to cover my whole entire fingers with red instead. Well, not my whole entire fingers. Well, this is the double dip of the colour, just to top it up a little. But here is where I decide to cover my whole entire nails in red itself, because I realised that the colour doesn't look so good. So because of how white the nail polish is, the white nail polish, it doesn't really show that much. So I'm just going over the red just to make sure it looks okay, and then a little bit of the nail polish ends up touching my hand. So then I do the same to the other side. Sorry, I do the same with the white. I do a double coat, and this is where I go wrong, because I ended up messing it up and using a bit too much, so it made it look really clumpy. And I ended up forgetting like half of my nail when I did it. I don't understand like how people can just like do their nails and it looks just so perfect. With me, when I do my nails, it looks horrible. So I'm going on a double dip with the white, and I'm making sure that everything's all covered. But as you guys can see, you can barely see it, and the other device is playing up, so I had to make sure that that was still playing. So as you can see, that the white is barely even showable. I should really get a new one. But I'm going over the thumb again. And then I move on to the next finger without double dipping. And then I go in again. I move on to the next finger. I know you guys can't see me right now, but my fingers looks like little claws. Like, I have got Stephen in the background. Now this is where I go on top of the white with the red, because I am sick of looking at the white and red at the moment, so I just colour, like I go over the white with the red nail polish. That sound is Stephen yawning in the background. I got no clue what time it is, but I've got some editing to do. Okay. So I'm going over that hand with the red. I don't know, I can't remember if I do it with the other hand as well, but we'll see what happens. I say red is the most better colour to like go for whenever you're doing your nail polish. If you prefer to go for white, that's good, but I prefer to go for red, but I wanted to try something new and go for white and red because I thought it was gonna look good. But as you guys can see, it looks a bit clumpy. And then I close it all up. And I make sure that the lids are on tightly, because you don't want it to spill everywhere if you have any kids. And there's me showing you my ugly ass nails. I did try my best. Please let me know what you think in the comments down below. Then I'm giving it a little tap to dry it all off. At the end of this video, please just like, subscribe, hit